Right. My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. And thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the JNewellness podcast with me, Janelle. Oh my gosh, it is literally so hot in my room right now. I think it's like 90 degrees outside. I got this tiny AC thing, but girl, I'm still sweating. I don't even know, I feel like I can feel the sweat on my eyebrow right now. Oh my gosh, it is so hot. You know, it's summertime. I'm really excited. I have a lot going on this summer. I have an internship, working on business stuff. Shameless plug, go check out my website at JNewellness.com. Follow us at JNewellness program. And my personal is Choreo with Janelle. Yeah. Usually I would do that at the end, but I'm just plugging it now and then I'll probably plug it again later. But yeah, I just want to fill you guys in on recent happenings. If my skin's looking really tea right now, it's definitely been getting better. I'll insert some clips or pictures of how my skin used to look. But recently I've been drinking clove tea. I have no idea what that was. I've been drinking clove tea. I've been using it as a hairspray. I've been using it as a toner, everything, and I feel like my skin has been glowing. I'm literally glowing from the inside out. So you guys should try it. I might upload a video of what I do on Instagram, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I feel like it's so nice to be single again because I can finally focus on everything I need to do for myself and everything that I want to do to be the best version of myself. And it's been so relaxing. I can just get up. Also, since school is over, I set my own schedule. I can do things whenever I want. I can just up and leave and go wherever I want at any time. And it's been really nice. I've also been trying to eat more protein because I'm someone with a really fast metabolism, and even though people think that's a good thing, I worked so hard to gain weight, and I want to maintain the curvy figure that I've got going, so definitely aiming to eat more protein this summer. Yeah, maybe gain some weight. I wouldn't mind gaining weight. That's never something I'm worried about. I'm worried about losing weight. Because girl, oh my gosh. This past week and a half, I was so sick. I was bedridden. I had a fever. I had chills, everything. I think a plague was spreading around the school or something. Because I was so unwell. And whenever I get sick, I lose weight like that. I'll lose 5 pounds in a week. That's not normal. I want to make sure that I'm not losing too much weight and that I either maintain my weight or I gain some more. Because I know how easily I can lose it. But yeah, trying to glow up a little bit. I feel like that's a never-ending process, but I also just love getting ready and putting effort into my appearance because during the school year, I wake up, I just want to look like a bum. I really don't want to do too much. I just want to get to class and rehearsal and come home and shower. I'm not too worried about what I'm wearing during the year, but now that school's over, I'm I can do what I want. I can put on this outfit. I'm literally not going anywhere. I was the floral theme, everything looks so cute. I have this top that my mom got me. So why not wear it? I mean, no one's stopping me. Also, backstory on these balloons. I made this for my dance team's end of year formal. It was I think it was 2016 summer was the theme. Very Zara Larsson inspired. And so I made these flower balloons and I kept one. And then I used this green streamer to make the cotyledon I know that from my ecology class, period. Yeah, and I think it looks really cute, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like these past 2 weeks haven't been too eventful because I finished my finals early. So, like, I've just kind of been doing my own thing lately. I mean, I did have a meeting with my boss yesterday. I got to go to Boston, which was so cool. Like, I just love leaving campus and leaving the state because it makes me feel more adult. It makes me feel independent. It makes me feel like, I don't know, a white collar baddie. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Like, yes, period. Yeah, I did that. But before that, I was kind of just chilling at home. I hung out with friends a few times. And then, like, the week, we have this thing called reading period, which is like a few days or a week before finals week, even though I finished my finals, like, in that reading period week, but whatever. So during reading week, we had spring fling, and Swae Lee performed. Well, oh my gosh, I'm gonna insert some clips somewhere around here. Like, this performance was so good. Like, I'm not a big concert person. I've never been to a concert outside of like a school performance, but it was probably the best concert that I've been to, even though he was an hour late, which was a little bit annoying because they were playing country songs. Like, I don't want to listen to Sweet Home Alabama. I don't want to listen to that, you know what I mean? Like, I go to a liberal arts school. You know that we don't listen to that anyway. Like, let's be real. Come on. But they were playing that anyway. And then Swae Lee came out and it was lit. And I was having fun. Like, I was like, hey, hey. Even though I kind of lost my friends in the crowd, but I feel like I've gotten to a point where I don't have to be around other people to have fun. And that's so nice. Like, that kind of gets into the topic today, but yeah, for the longest time I felt like in order to go out and have fun, I needed to be with friends. Like, I needed to be with people I knew, or else, like, I was just uncomfortable looking around, like, you know. But more and more, I feel like I've been realizing that I have autonomy in my life, and I'm my own person, and I just want to make the best of every experience. Like, I don't need to rely on someone else. Like, I'm not going to be the person who's, even though I used to be, I'm not going to be the person who will only go out if, like, their friend wants to go out with them. And then if their friend's like, oh no, I want to stay in, then you end up staying in. I don't want to do that. I want to have fun. Also, because I never have fun. I never do anything. I'm always home. Like, I'm a homebody. I don't leave the house. And I'm trying to change that. So, yeah. But it was really fun. And then after, I also, like, I was looking like a baddie that day. Like, I'm not a person who takes a lot of pictures, which is something I'm trying to work on. I think that stems from, like, a lot of insecurities, not liking my appearance growing up. But I looked really hot that day, and I should have taken pictures. But also, it's so funny because my camera had just come in, but I didn't have the SD card or anything, so I couldn't have taken pictures on my nice new camera that I'm using right now. My phone's a hit or miss, I won't lie. Like, I don't like when people hate on Androids, but like Samsung, it's a hit or miss with the camera. I feel like the back camera is really good, and then the front camera is like, I don't know, kind of looks like a foggy mirror, and I don't like that. I might just switch to an iPhone at some point. When I get my money up, and my funny is lower, I will get, no, when I get my money up to the level of where my funny is, you guys are not gonna know what hit you. Like, I will have my iPhone, like, I will be posting pictures every day. Well, not every day, but more often. Other than my, like, every 4 months I'll post a picture, and then sometimes I just archive stuff. Like, I've posted so much and I just archived a lot. I feel like, oh my gosh, like, I thought she had like 10 posts and then I archive it and it's 3. Like, I only want the best pictures of myself being out there, so yeah. You gotta archive, you gotta archive. yeah, after the show where I looked really hot and my body looked tea, I went to some dance classes that my friends were teaching, and that was fun. It was chill, even though it was really hot and I was sweating like crazy. And then la 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 la. Then I went home, I showered, and at that time it was like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. And then like a few people were going to a local bar that we have, and it's because Swae Lee was performing his set again at the bar, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've actually never been to bar night. Well, I tried to go one time, but then by the time I got there, it was midnight, and they were like, oh, we're closing. I'm like, what bar closes at midnight? What? Like, that's so lame. But anyway, I ended up, this night they extended the time until, I think it was 1 or 2, because Swae Lee was performing. And I went there, it was freezing cold, like freezing cold. I had my leather jacket on over my little like slutty top, I guess, like, I don't know, but like I don't really wear provocative clothes like that. Like, I like to show my shape, but I don't really like to show too much skin because I don't want people seeing me just for my body, even though the body is tea. Like, so it's my personality, tea. That was so funny, like, oh my gosh. But clearly I'm still sick. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I put my jacket on. Luckily I was already wearing jeans too, and I just headed out. I ended up buying a ticket for like $50. And then I went there. It was still freezing cold. And my friends were standing at the balcony watching, and then there was like a big crowd. A lot of girls were trying to get on stage and like be groupies, and he was passing out liquor to the crowd, and like I think he was also smoking. Yeah, he was also smoking, and he brought a few girls on stage. I was like, interesting. Also, I don't know if this is true, but there were rumors going around that like he had hooked up with a student, and I was like, oh, okay, like it's not confirmed. This is all alleged, but I was like, I mean, you know, we're all legal age, so you know, it is what it is. But I hope that's not the reason why he was late. I hope that's not the reason he was an hour late, because that would really really piss me off. Like, and we had to listen to that country music. I don't want to listen to that. No, I don't. You know what's so funny? I hate country music. Well, I don't hate it. It makes me uncomfortable. But I love like southern reality shows. Like, there's something so entertaining to me about people getting mad in southern accents. I enjoy that. Yes. I love it. Yeah, I went to that. It was kind of lame. I felt like I wasted my money to just be shoved around, and it's cold, and no one was really dancing, and people were just like there were just a lot of drunk girls, barely clothed, and it was making me uncomfortable, and it was cold, and like I was getting antsy. I was like, it's time to go. So I ended up going back home. And then, well, some other stuff happened. I'm gonna leave it at that because I can't tell you guys everything. But yeah, that was like the last time I really had fun. And then it was just finals week, so all my friends were taking final exams. I'd already done all my final things, so I was mostly alone. I hung out with this guy a few times, and I felt like I was starting to like him. But I'm also I feel like I've gotten to a point where I won't tolerate bullshit anymore, which is so good. I feel like actually every time I go through a breakup, my self-esteem only gets better. I only get hotter. I get more successful. My self-esteem is higher. Confidence is higher, everything. And I was like, I'm not going to tolerate someone not putting in the effort. So I was like, you know, if you're not gonna actually try, if you're not gonna get your shit together and show me that you're actually interested, then don't waste my time. And we've been talking for like over a month now. We did take a break because he was being inconsistent, and the only reason I gave him another chance was because one, I think he's really hot. But that wasn't an excuse. That's just like one of the reasons. But also, I felt like just knowing who he was as a person, I think that he was just feeling overwhelmed, and like certain things were going on in his life, and I felt like I wasn't giving him enough grace at the time. So I'd give him another chance. But now that everything is done, finals are done, everything, I'm like, if he doesn't come correct, I'm gonna cut him off for good, and that's it. And if you see this, that's a reminder. Like, don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like me, that's fine. Then we won't be together. If you like me, then show me. Do you understand? Like, se entendeu? Exatamente. Okay, so, oh, also, oh my gosh, my alma mater had their dance show the other day, and I didn't go. One, because I was so sick. Still a little bit sick. And two, because I was helping my friend retrieve a stolen item. So I was really busy. And it's like an hour drive away, and then I would have had to go home and then come back the next day, and I would have been really tired, so I didn't end up going. But I saw a lot of clips from the show, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was really proud of them. If they see this, I'm proud of you. Even though I feel like I wasn't really close to anyone at that school. Like, there were a few people I talked to regularly, but there was no one I really kept in touch with. So I felt kind of removed from the situation, kind of removed from the school a bit. But I was still proud of them, and like how they've grown as dancers and people, and I wish everyone the best. So, ooh, I put some lip gloss on, so it's looking kind of sticky. Okay, let's actually get into the topic now. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about how your fear of being alone is holding you back. And I'm saying this because it's held me back plenty of times, and I'm just tired. Like, I'm tired of being a pushover. I'm tired of accepting breadcrumbs just because, like, I was uncomfortable being by myself. I think that stems from a lot of insecurities and just thinking that, you know, I need someone else to make me happy. Like, even with friendships, I found, like, growing up, if I wanted to do something but my friends didn't want to, then I would just go along with whatever they wanted to do. And that just reinforced the idea that I wasn't enough, and I needed someone else's validation and approval to have fun. I'm trying to, you know, unpack that now, and unlearn those things. But I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's been top of mind for me lately, since I've been spending more time alone, since I'm single now, since, you know, I'll be focused on work this summer and spending a lot of time alone. Like, I just wanted to get the message out there that you don't need anyone else to be happy. I mean, of course, like, it's nice to have support and stuff, but you don't want to rely on anyone for happiness. I'm gonna give some examples of, like, things that have happened in my life and maybe things that I've seen in the media. So, one, I'll talk about my last relationship because it was so recent. Actually, no, we broke up like 2, maybe 3 months ago. I don't even remember, but it was the most recent relationship that I had, so I'll talk about that. But I honestly, what's crazy is that I stayed for so long when I wanted to leave almost immediately. Like, even a month in, that's why I don't like how slowly men mature, because I felt like I was already like put together in the sense that I knew how to take care of myself, but then I was interested in someone who wasn't there yet, and then like those two things did not mesh together, and it just made me feel disrespected a lot. Like, you don't want to be with someone who's okay inviting you into a dirty environment, who doesn't put as much effort into, you know, their surroundings or how they present themselves, but they expect more of you. I remember complaining about it to one of my friends. I was like, yeah, like his room is absolutely disgusting. It seems like, honestly, no, from that I learned, if someone doesn't clean their room, if someone doesn't put the effort in, like when they're meeting up with you, they don't actually care about you. A lot of times, guys just want to be in a relationship for that internal validation. Well, for that external validation, because they're like, oh, having a girlfriend makes me more of a man, but they're still not putting in the work at the same time. And that's what was happening in that relationship. I was like, I feel so disrespected. He must not care about me because he's not like putting in the effort. And I complained about it many, many times, and he never took it seriously. Because you know why? I stayed. I kept giving him chance after chance after chance to prove that he actually valued me as a person, and he kept proving to me that he didn't. But honestly, I blame myself more than anything, because at the end of the day, you decide to stay in the relationship. Like, you can just up and leave. It's not like we were married with kids or anything. Like, we were 1 month into our relationship at the time. I could have just left and it would have been like nothing. But then, no, I had to give him more chances and get more attached, and it ended up being a mess. But yeah, there was just, I mean, I've talked about it before, but he would put a lot of pressure on me to be this like perfect person, this perfect girlfriend. I have a million things on my plate. I said it already. School, dance. I'm now actually a director for one of the dance teams, so if we were still together, that would have been a mess. We would have gotten into some more arguments. But yeah, school, dance, work. I have an internship. I had meetings for that internship throughout the year as well. Running a business by myself, by the way, and all of the things that go into that, and still like working out regularly. I do gymnastics, keeping in contact with my family and maintaining my friendships, and then I was also in a relationship. And he treated me like absolute shit. Like, I feel like there was a disconnect between how he acted and how he said he felt, because the way he would talk to me made me think that, you know, he loved me as a person, but then his actions would show me that he didn't. Like, I feel like he loved the idea of me, he loved having access to me, and the fact that I just put up with everything. But no, it was so unhealthy. I feel like I'm literally having flashbacks right now, like word flashbacks. And I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and recognize that, you know, he was a good boyfriend. I would say 65% of the time he was a good boyfriend. But that remaining 35% was like more severe than the 65, if that makes sense. Like, all the bad moments were heightened, and like he would see I was struggling to manage everything, and then he would get mad at me for not showing up on time or like not seeing him as often. It's like, I don't like the idea of having to see someone every day, and then if I don't, like for 3 hours a day, like I have other things to do. Do you know what I mean? If I can't see you as much as you want me to, like, it's just not gonna work out. And the way that he was treating me was like I was his property or something. And I was trying to be understanding in the sense that, like, obviously you want to spend time with your partner, but we're in college. We both, well, I had a million things to do. He should have, I honestly think that if he had more on his plate, that he would be more understanding. But the fact that he didn't made him just, I think he just saw it as, oh, like, she doesn't want to spend time with me, which was not the case at all. Because I was barely seeing my friends as it was. And then there were a lot of times I had to cancel on my friends, or like just not go to things, not go to birthday parties, not hang out with them, or see their other performances because it would be taking time away from him. And just throughout that whole experience, I realized that if I were more secure within myself, I would not have stayed this long. I'm just reiterating what I said, like, I wanted to leave a month in, and then again, like 5 months in, like every time we would have these disagreements about how much time we're spending together, and like he would yell at me and stuff. I kept wanting to leave, and then I kept staying because of all of the good things. I was like, I don't know what is wrong with this AC thing. It's like a portable AC. I don't know if it's making me cough more or if it's just I'm already sick, but yeah, I'm having coughing a little bit right now. But yeah, as I was saying, okay, I lost my train of thought as I was thinking about that AC. But yeah, I wouldn't have stayed as long if I were okay just being by myself. I mean, even before that, like I was trying to learn how to love myself, or like I feel like I knew how to love myself, but it still wasn't happening. I still was deeply insecure after the breakup before that. And I remember I'd gone on some dating apps, and I was like trying to find someone, and then disappointed at the fact that I couldn't find anyone. And then I spent some time alone, wasn't expecting anything to happen, and then I just felt a spark with my most recent ex. And then we started dating. But I feel like, I don't know, when a man is courting you, he almost puts more effort into it than when he actually has you, then he takes you for granted. Oh, let me say that one more time. When a man is courting you, he puts more effort in, and then when he has you, he takes you for granted. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it actually pisses me off. Like, but you know what? I can't even blame him because it was my decision to stay, even though my instinct was telling me to leave a long time ago. But you know, every experience is a learning lesson at the end of the day, so yeah, whatever. Now, let me give you an example from when I was in high school. Okay, so even though I went to a diverse school, all the schools I've been to since I was a little kid have been segregated. Like, let me explain this. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of magnet programs. It's like, it's a program within certain schools for more intellectual students, I suppose. I mean, they used to say, oh, like, magnet school is for the smart kids and then everyone else just goes to the regular school. But in middle and high school, because I was in the magnet program, I was like one of the few black girls in the program. For the longest time, I only liked white guys because my friends only liked white guys. Had I been around people with more diverse interests and more diverse types, I think that I would have had a diverse type too. I mean, like I do now, but back then I did not like everything. I wanted to be white. I wanted everyone in my life to be white. My friends were perpetuating all of these ideas at the same time. It was an absolute mess. And then at the same time, like, going out shopping with them and seeing them buy clothes at Urban and Brandy Melville and like all of those places, like Garage, and like I just wanted to be just like them. And I wanted to wear like the cute little skinny clothes, and like, you know, I wanted to be a white girl for the longest time. Oh god. But if I had higher self-esteem, I'm just using that as an example. If I had higher self-esteem, if I actually allowed myself to have my own opinions and be my own person, I would have not been the way that I was. If I were okay being alone and not having to like follow everything that my friends did, I would have been less miserable. I would have been more myself. I would have gotten to learn who I actually am. I guess I'm finding her now, which is nice. But yeah. Also lately, I've had a hard time rewatching shows because I feel like if I've watched something too many times, I just get annoyed. But I've recently started watching people react to shows, and there's this one guy who's reacted to a lot of episodes of Gossip Girl, which is like one of my all-time favorite shows. Even though I have a hard time watching it now, that's only because I watched it like 10 times or more. Actually no, I feel like I've watched the whole show maybe 5 times, but I've watched seasons 1 to 2 like 10 times or more. Like I watched the earlier seasons more, but I've been watching him react to them, and he's at the point where like in season 2 Serena and Aaron are dating. I hate Aaron so bad. He is so annoying. Why are you here? Why are you here, bro? You're actually pissing me off. Like, but he is such an accurate representation of what college guys are like. So that's why I'm including him in this video. Even though he irks me so bad. But Aaron, see, this is why I don't like the whole like casual thing, even though I'm low-key in that right now. But I'm exclusive though. Like if it's gonna be casual, it has to be exclusive. But Aaron, he was not that guy for the longest time. Like, and the fact that Serena like was so interested in a man who was seeing a million other girls, like going behind her back and in front of her face too, and she just kept going back to him. I was like, you're literally one of the baddest girls in the whole city. Like, what are you doing? You're actually pissing me off right now. Oh my gosh. Like, how are you so pretty? You're so magnetic. Everyone wants you. And you're going for Aaron? Oh my gosh. It's like, at that point, you don't respect yourself. To be with Aaron, bro. Aaron, something that I've learned is that if a man wants you, he will cut off his entire roster just to pursue you. If he's entertaining other girls, that means that he's not sure about you. Why would you want someone who's not sure about you? You know what I mean? Like, the way that I think about it, I want to be with someone who's so down bad for me. Like, obviously have your own life and don't be obsessed, but I want someone who wants me bad enough that, like, straight off the bat, they're like, this girl is gorgeous. Like, I love her personality. I'm going to be dedicated to just pursuing her. And then, like, if he gets to know me and he doesn't end up liking me, that's one thing. But if he's like, oh, like, this girl is bad, like, I'm gonna see what I can get out of her while I'm entertaining all these other people, absolutely not. As soon as I find out, that is cut. Like, I will not allow that to happen. That is so annoying. And it's like, I keep seeing gorgeous girls settle for guys who aren't that good looking. And it's like, it's one thing to not be good looking, but if you also don't have a good personality, it's like, you're even worse looking to me. Like, someone could be, like, not society's standard of beauty, but they treat people well, and I think they're the most attractive person in the world. Like, regardless of what they look like, I will be physically attracted to them because I'm emotionally attracted to them. You know what I mean? But the fact that you have a bad personality and the looks are matching, that's what really pisses me off. And that's not to hate on the actor either. I really think it was the haircut that was throwing me out. I don't like that, like, the swoop, it was not going for me. It was giving, like, and this, bro, I don't like hipsters. That's what it was. It was that era, it was that time of, like, hipsterism. I don't support that, I won't lie. I don't support hipsterism. The swoop and the glasses and the scarf is like, and the cardigan? No, I'm sorry. It's like you want to be emo, but like you're a librarian at the same time. and it's not going together. I don't like that. That needs to be stopped. Hashtag stop hipsterism. But yeah, those are some examples of situations where people clearly are not comfortable being alone. And I mean, Serena ended up being miserable anyway, because then she realized that she didn't actually want Aaron, and she was just using him as a distraction, which is often the case. Like we'll entertain something that's not healthy because we don't want to be alone, but that fear of being alone stems from that fear of abandonment. Like maybe we were abandoned in our past, and then we're like, oh, I don't want to be alone again. So you attach yourself to whatever like seems to want you, or whoever seems to want you, even if it means that you end up settling. And I don't like that. Even though I've done it so many times, I'm trying not to. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm so tired. Like, I'm in the phase of my life where I want to be leveling up. I don't want to be looking back and repeating the same mistakes time and time again. And I hope that you guys don't do that either. Like, I really want us all to grow and glow and just be the best versions of ourselves at this point. Like we're grown. I'm getting old. I'm getting older by the day, by the second. And I don't want to deal with it anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about something that's kind of funny. That's my experience with dating apps. I hate dating apps down. I've tried Tinder, I've tried Hinge, I've tried Bumble, I forgot what it's called, but there's this app for college students. Like, I've tried all the main ones, and I feel like it just ended up making me feel worse. Not because I wasn't getting swiped on, because I was a girl, period. Like, they wanted me girl, but the ones that wanted me, girl, gosh, like, I don't want attention if it's from people that I don't want. You know what I mean? Because then it feels like a waste. If it's someone that I'm not attracted to is giving me attention, don't waste your time, please. And with a lot of that on all these dating apps. And then if I did match with someone that I found attractive, either they wouldn't respond in a timely manner, or I mean the person I'm seeing now, we matched on a dating app. I'd actually seen him before. Like, I'd met him like right before I started dating my ex. And I thought that he was really hot, but I thought that he was gay. And then he also thought that I was gay. But no, I just don't like people talking to me at the gym. But apparently he was hitting on me. I thought he was trying to get some advice on how to get flexible, but I guess he meant it in another way. I was like, oh. But yeah, we both thought each other were gay, and then I started dating someone else. Then we broke up, and then I kept seeing him more, and then we kept making eye contact, and then, like, we randomly happened to be on Tinder at the same time, and then we matched, and yeah, he's really hot. But if you waste my time, I'm gonna cut that shit off for good. Like, do not waste my time. If you see this, bro, oh my gosh, do not waste my time. I'm so tired, oh my gosh. And I keep coughing. What was I talking about? Okay. Yeah, Tinder is a whole mess. Like, in general. I feel like being on dating apps, scrolling for hours and hours and hours, that just kept reinforcing that idea that I'm not okay being alone. But I'm not gonna say, like, don't go on dating apps, but don't obsess over it. Because when you obsess over it, it becomes really unhealthy, and then you end up spending so much time. I feel like it's so addictive just to, like, swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe, 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 swipe. Like, it made me so desensitized to the fact that, like, I was swiping on human beings, but it just felt like, I don't know, non-player characters. It felt like NPCs. I was just like, oh, it didn't matter. And then that was just, in turn, making me more shallow, almost, because I wasn't thinking, like, oh, like, maybe, I mean, not saying that you shouldn't be attracted to the person, but there are attractive people that I swiped left on, because I was like, oh, I was feeling it wouldn't work out anyway. You know what I mean? It just made me desensitized. It made me felt like I was just wasting time, just scrolling and swiping and not seeing people as humans, but seeing them almost as commodities, which is something that I feel like people have done to me, but then I was doing that to other people. And that just stemmed from the fact that I didn't want to be alone, and I didn't know how to have fun and be happy alone. But let me give some recommendations on what I'm doing now and what has helped me in the past. I think I talked about this episode 1, but watching shows, even if it's rewatching the same shows, or if you've rewatched it so many times, like Gossip Girl, maybe watching people's reactions, because then that'll feel like you're with a friend and you're watching a show. If you can't be with friends, or if you don't have any friends, you know, it makes you feel like you're not alone, even if you physically are. And yeah, it just combats that feeling of loneliness that we all deal with sometimes. Yeah, so watching reaction videos, listening to podcasts is so much fun, especially if it's like comedy and culture, like especially the Ride podcast. That's one of my go-tos. In Your Dreams with Owen Thiel, like any gay podcast, I'm on it. We Said What We Said with Ricky Thompson and Denzel Dion. Even though that podcast ended a while ago, that was one of my favorites to just put on in the background while I'm driving, whatever. It just made me happy. They were always making me laugh, even still to this day. They were so funny. So yeah, just consume things that make you laugh, that give you all of those positive feelings that you'd feel around true friends, and you'll never feel lonely. You just have to keep doing that, even though like it may seem, it could turn into an unhealthy coping mechanism. I feel like it's low-key necessary. Like I just can't, I also feel like I have to be doing something at all times. Like I can't sit in silence for too long. Like I can, but it's not something I want to do 24/7 when I can't see other people. So if I'm alone, you know, I'll put on a show in the background just to hear other people's voices and be reminded that I'm a human being in a human world. And then I'll go about my day and I'll do work or whatever I need to do. Yeah, we just have to remind ourselves that we're not alone in this world. And when we're stuck in our rooms, it can definitely feel like that. But listening to podcasts, watching shows, things like that, reading books if you like to read, talking to your stuffed animals, even though like people will say, oh, like you're insane if you talk to your stuffed animals, like let's not hate on people for doing things that make them happy, as long as it's not a crime. But yeah, like Fugly are so adorable. Like even though my ex got me this, like I don't even think about it like our child or anything. Like this to me was a gift from God, Fugler. Like I just love to hug him so much. I have so many such animals. You know what's so funny about this one? This one is Janelle the elephant. My mom got this for me. She's actually a dog toy. I was like, Mom, I squished it. I was like, Mom, what is this? I'm not a dog, but like, what is this? But she is so cute. So it doesn't even matter. Okay, now let's get into our first ever listener question. Woo! This question is from Priyanka. She submitted the form on our website, JNewellness.com. I'll put the page right here so you can see where you can submit your questions. You can also email us at JNewellnessprogram@gmail.com. If you guys have a question or a topic idea, anything that you want us to cover, let me know. But she said, hey baby girl, has it ever happened that you loved a guy with all your heart and he did too, then he just went off and then he comes back and leaves again, whereas you were still stuck with him? Okay, so the way I interpret this question is that she really loves this guy and he claims to love her too, but they're in an on and off again relationship, and it seems like she remains committed, but he seems like he's not because he keeps leaving. And to that I say, any fan of JNewellness, anyone who consumes my content is automatically hot. Like, if you're a baddie, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I feel like a true baddie would never settle for this kind of treatment, and I don't want you doing this, Priyanka. Like, if he's okay just leaving you whenever he wants, that shows that he does not value you. Because if you're a committed partner, like, you're showing up for him all the time, and then he feels like he can just up and leave and come back, that's because he knows that you're going to keep taking him back, which shows that he does not respect you. Because if he had, like, if he viewed you higher, like, if he held you to a higher standard, which he should, then he would know, like, oh, like, I can't just leave her, or I can't treat her badly and expect to come back because she respects herself enough that she's not going to accept me. And that's what I want for you. I want you to respect yourself enough to not take this man back who clearly does not want to be with you. Because if he did, he wouldn't be leaving so much. And I know it sounds like I'm being blunt, but I feel like that's the only way to get through to people. Like, when people were too, like, sensitive in the way that they talk to me, like, I would just ignore it and just be like, whatever, you know, like, and I just kept doing the same things and just making myself feel worse and worse. But honestly, girl, like, you just need to cut him loose because he's wasting your time. He's draining you. You're here thinking about, oh, like, when's the next time he's gonna text me, call me? Like, you're obsessing over this man who's not even sure about you, or he doesn't care. He could be up with someone else. You don't even know what he's doing because he doesn't care to be in your life. He's not being consistent. He's wasting your time. You need to cut him loose. And maybe that will teach him, oh, like, wow, like, she's not going to accept this kind of behavior. I have to come correct. I need to change my behavior. I need to get myself together. And maybe in time, he can come back to you and it could be, like, healthy and stable. But right now, girl, you just need to come loose and give him a taste of his own medicine, period. Next. Alright. Actually, I have no idea how long this episode has been going for because I ramble a lot and this could be like an hour or something. So I think I'm gonna just leave it here. But depending on how many episodes I film, I think the next episode will be around June, Pride Month period. Like, I'm bi, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. Apparently people don't know that. But yeah, I think the next episode will be discussing my journey with my queerness and why I feel like a lot more queer girls are ending up with men. Let's talk about it, guys. But I'll see you next time. This was the JNewellness podcast with me, Janelle. Make sure to follow us on our socials. I'll put them somewhere around here. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I love you. Have a great day, afternoon, or night, wherever you are in the world, and